Anyway, let's take a look at this Maximilian video and see what he's saying about Tokon. Like I said before, the Tokon changes that we already saw from the trailer that dropped, as well as all the tweets that they've been making, look very promising. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game again. And that is easily the game I'm most excited about this year. So, talk to me, Max. Talk to me. Also, do Max got the hardest intro on YouTube? Yeah or nay? Afro do got a banger at them, probably top 2. You got to be top 2. By the way, just want to acknowledge that you have games like Street Fighter and Tekken 8 where the player base is very unhappy and, you know, not getting what they want from the devs, and it feels like there's a lack of communication and just like a disconnect there. And then you have ArcSys, which, don't get me wrong, Guilty Gear players have been through their fair share of BS, you know what I'm saying? But then you have the promising looking 2.0 patch for Strive and the removal of a mechanic that nobody liked, which, by the way, I do want to just take note real quick and mention, because I've seen this come up a lot. I do think it is worth acknowledging that Guilty Gear is removing Wild Assault, right? Wild Assault is a mechanic that was introduced in Strive after Strive's release, okay? So it's worth noting, keep that in mind. And a lot of players have not been fans of it, but it's been around for a couple of years now, I want to say, right? And it took them a while to remove it. Now they are actually going back and just straight up removing that mechanic. How the game shapes up with the full scope of what 2.0 has to offer has yet to be seen, although it does look promising. But I've seen a lot of praise for them removing that mechanic, because obviously with all the controversy of Tekken 8 and right now with Season 3, people are like, oh, well, if Strive can do it, why can't Bandai Namco and Tekken Project Team do it, right? Key difference here is that unlike with Tekken 8 and with Heat, and so that includes Heat Burst, Heat Smash, Heat Dash, Guilty Gear Strive was not designed and built with Wild Assault in mind from the beginning and like built around that mechanic specifically. That was not a key and core component of the gameplay and the system and the philosophy, right? So like, I'm not trying to like stand up for Bandai Namco and Tekken too much, because like y'all know how I feel about that shit right now, but I do think it is worth acknowledging that that is a difference. And even then it also took them a couple of years to like remove that mechanic. It's not like they introduced it and then a few months later they're like, okay, we hear you, this shit sucks, so we're taking it out. It took them a little while to do that. And I think it's also easier because it's like, it's something that they introduce post release as opposed to the game being designed around that. That being said, I do think that they could still stand to tweak Heat Dash, Heat Burst, Heat Smash, Heat in general, like could use a lot of refinement in Tekken 8. Don't get me wrong, I'm with y'all on that. I just want to point that out because I've just seen a lot of conversation about that. And that's just one where I'm kind of like Giannis GIF, where I'm just like, I mean, like, yeah, like I feel you, but you know what I mean?
A more interactive game? Is it a thing that really highlights some of the moments? A lot of stuff that we're seeing that they're talking about sounds really good, bro. But when you play the game, that's everything. Does it translate to actual gameplay? Is any of the stuff that was wide concerns from across the board?
Yeah, same thing with Drive and Street Fighter 6. But even with Street Fighter 6, like I feel like the Drive system is kind of like better designed than the Heat system.
Hell yeah, brother.
I like that. But I'm also just way more experienced with Tekken than Street Fighter. So.
Like, straight up, dude. I found myself playing characters that I had played before and just being like, I just don't like the way the character plays. But in this new game, way better. Like, some characters really surprising me where it's like, I played a lot of Wolverine. Did I enjoy Wolverine as much as the other two new characters that were added to the game, which was Magic and as well as Danger? No, I actually enjoyed Magic more. Right? Believe it or not, like Magic might be one of my favorite characters that they've added to this game from a gameplay perspective. She's ridiculously fun, dude, and Wolverine's also mad fun. A lot of the beats and elements were there before. It's just that they weren't working in a way that made you feel like you're incentivized to do this stuff.
Yeah, the common criticism that a lot of us had, myself included, was it feels like a 1v1 game with 3 assists compared to it being a 4v4 tag game.
But I was trying to figure out why Gray Health is recovering the way it was. And it's definitely different. It's very different. It seems like damage is also higher, weirdly enough. Combos are much longer. Damage almost feels like it's much higher. But there's recoverable health now, so the teeter-totter effect of how matches can go can be a lot different. So why does the game feel different, right? Why does the game feel a lot different than it did before?
Why am I so hyped?
The biggest one is that you don't have a shotgun pointed at you at any given time. And that shotgun was in the form of a whiffing auto combo. If you mash light auto combo, it automatically goes into your big team assemble super. I think that's fair, dude. How auto combos are actually utilized and implemented is significantly
Yeah, it's
less
like a medium
effective
auto
than they were
combo for
before.
Dragon
They
Ball.
just do way less damage. The next biggest change of the game, you just get to call your assists anywhere, because the neutral assist brings
Thank
in the
God,
generic lariat.
by the way.
But forward does shooter, down does anti-air, back does unique. So at this point, you just get to call any of your assists on block or hit at any time. When you jumped in the previous version of the game, every character would come out and do a generic shooter assist. They were okay, but it felt extremely limited because you would have to jump, and then on your jump, a character would follow the character up here, and then
Magic
you would
does look
land, and
pretty
there'd be
cool.
a projectile. It just didn't feel good. So now in neutral, you can jump around and just call any of your assists, bro.
I don't know. Like, she's not like a character that's like on my target list.
The
So
game's gotten more casual.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm kind of like rethink because
Press like back,
gotta do
down,
sense edge.
right. Now, if you have access to
thing
your whole
kinda fire.
team and you just want to bring
Shout
out
outs.
every single one of those bitches,
Mine's
you want
black,
to
though.
jump and bring out every single one of those bitches, you just press this button 3 times over. They all come out. Like immediately, as fast as you press them.
yeah,
it goes, 1, 2,
I've been
3.
saying that like I don't have a character that
And all
really
of a
stands
sudden,
out for me
there's
that like I
4
really want to
characters
play
on
yet.
screen. Or
And I've been kind of
your
waiting for the
opponent
reveal
did it
one.
and
Like,
you're
ooh,
jumping
that's the
each other,
one.
there's
But maybe
4
with some new
characters on screen.
gameplay.
This was a 5-button fighting game before, chat. Like at its core, you could play Tokon
Wolverine
with 5
looking kinda-
buttons,
wait a
okay?
minute.
Like also, if you're landing these random stray hits all the time with like some goofball character's unique assist or some goofball character's anti-air, dude, you have to find a way to get up there. The game's neutral has air dashing
Storm
and
looking
double
kinda-
jumping,
you know
right?
what I'm saying?
And
I
now
played
with
Storm mainly throughout my
freeform
time with the
assist
beta,
calling,
but-
it plays out a lot like Dragon Ball FighterZ neutral without super dash. Or
See, you can't just say that because then you gonna get me. Don't get me started. Because, like, I've said this before. Some people call me crazy. Some people agree. Obviously, this isn't the case anymore, right? But, like, playing neutral in DBFZ, at least for those first few years, was so much more fun than any other fighting game I've ever played. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just say that. You gonna get me gassed up.
Without-
The thing is, though, the thing that made me feel that way about DBFZ and why this game will never be one-to-one, let's not say never, but like why I know it won't be one-to-one, at least at the start, is that the movement in this game is different. It's not as fast. Air dashes aren't as low to the ground. You know what I mean? The movement is just different in this game. It's not as snappy. It's not as quick. It's not as, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that was a big reason why playing neutral in that game felt so good, because movement in Dragon Ball feels better than honestly any other game I've ever played. For me personally. So
it felt like a traditional fighting game where you have to go do these things and elevate and find the situation and
not that the movement is bad in this game by any means, but it's not, you know what I mean?
There's a completely new assist in the game as well. When you do a regular jump, you call your grounded assists. But as soon as you make a double jump or you go to super jump height, the assists change. They then go from being grounded assists to being air to ground assists. If you get somebody up in an air combo and you're in double jump height and you call the assist, generic lariat assist, you don't get the ground to air assist. It's very weird. When you're up there and you're like, oh, I want to bring them down with my assist, you can't. Because you're in super jump or double jump height, the only assists you're able to do are your forward, down, and back, which are shooter, anti-air, and unique, or your neutral, which is the generic lariat. So it's kind of, that one felt like something's missing here. I think this assist is really cool, but it's very odd that you can only do it in double jump and super jump. In neutral, nowhere else. What else? Like, not everything's perfect. So much has changed that some things are not like gelling with the new system completely. As an example, I found sometimes when I was jumping around and doing things, I jumped over a dude, I called a projectile assist, I've crossed up now, causing a sandwich, and I'm like, go tag into whoever the fuck that is, right? It wouldn't let me. And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and call the tag, for some reason,
hold up. Mix?
And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and
was that like a delayed air dash overhead?
Right? It wouldn't let me. And I'm like, what's going on here? When you hold the direction and call the tag, for some reason it wouldn't tag. And I was like, this is either protecting against some really goofy situation, but I genuinely didn't like that because it felt like my button stopped working. It's like tag, and you're holding down back and pressing tag, and nothing's happening. So for some reason, when you dedicated to a button, like a direction, you just don't get to tag at all, which felt weird. I don't even know if that's intentional. I don't think we should be able to tag on block, bro. But if we are jumping around and pressing forward or back and we want to tag to another character, we should be able to do that. The other thing to mention, which is what I think
so it's
is
just
still
a little bit, it's not like playing freestyle in 2XKO where you can you can get freaky with it. And this one, it's a bit more limiting, it seems, which I guess is them just trying to make it like not too insane for like the casual player to deal with.
Worked on a bit is this stylish combo gauge, and there's no visual feedback in the game currently for how their stylish combo game operates, but the idea is if you do more unique and cool combos, that the game will reward you with effectively stylish combos that will do more damage. I feel like if I do or see people come up with really cool
Danger got the rich white woman normal.
More damage.
Danger got the rich white girl normal.
I guess I can talk about Wolverine, and he's great. He's great. Fundamentally different than Marvel versus Capcom Wolverine. He's pretty much a Rekka character with a buff. And when he gets the buff, he gets access to like new moves. His air dash is quite good too. He has a high priority.
I like the sound of that so far. Cause see, my concern was that his movement just wasn't gonna be what I wanted it to be, because they kind of described him as like a tanky character, and like some of his animations look a little slow. So I was like, well, maybe he's gonna be like slower, like he's gonna have multi-hitting normals, and it's gonna like kind of somewhat make it feel like he's faster than he is when he's attacking. But if he's not clunky and he's actually out here schmoovin', that could be the one for me. That could be the one, because so far out of every character in the game, he's probably the one I am the most interested in, but I'm just not like sold on him yet.
Alternative take on Wolverine. The star of the show is Magic. She's not particularly fast.
Well, you know, there goes any chance of me playing her, because that was my concern. Is I don't like being slow. I can't stand being slow in fighting games. So it's like if the character is slow, you're almost never ever gonna see me play them, bro.
Normals, like super.
Don't like slow. I don't like clunky.
And because of super good normals,
she doesn't really look that slow,
effective specials. She has this great down button move where she stabs the ground and like a pillar of fire comes up. I'm like, whoa, this is neat. Really cool conversions and shit. Like she's got the wild shit that like Captain America and Iron Man have, where out of Dragon Punch she can do a bunch of crazy shit. It's like, whoa. I was having the AI do some nutty things to me, and then a dev showed up and did even crazier things, and it was like, whoa. She's got some really cool stuff, and her unique ability.
I actually didn't get a chance to play Ghost Rider or Spider-Man. I don't think I got into the
she could travel through those portals by holding down the unique. And that shit is tricky as hell. I still did not fully comprehend why it was working the way it was. I will literally shoot a projectile in a portal and it will pop up behind the opponent and shoot them in the back. And it's like, what the shit is going on? That on top of assists? This chick's gonna be crazy. She just has like Soul Bad Guy installed, dude. It works almost the same. And I think she got a different cash out super, just like Soul Bad Guy does. He doesn't have this in Guilty Gear Strive, I realize. In the old Guilty Gears. In Guilty Gear Xrd, she's like the same thing, and it lasts a good amount of time, and it makes all of her specials nuts. It makes everything she does like really friggin' crazy. It was very fun, and I thought that the more I played Magic, the more I was just really enjoying stuff in the game.
Okay, but the super is so cold. That's sick.
I think you'll need to adjust your settings. You can't call that danger.
Hey.
If you guys want impressions of Danger, she's super weird.
Say, man, why is she looking at us like that?
There was no way within a small period of time. We need days. So she's not like a pick up and play, I'm going to be good with this character. No, not at all. She's easily the weirdest character of everybody in the game. From a perspective of like a pre-release fighting game, like tagging got so much better because the ability just for you to run towards the opponent and jump over them, call an assist as you jump over them.
The fact that you couldn't do that before, I'm like, yo, this shit actually don't feel like a tag game at all.
The assist is on the other side, and you land and do like a cross-up or something like that, sandwiching the opponent and leading to like a weird mix-up situation is available everywhere now. It's just everywhere. You don't have to do a weird gimmick lariat setup or anything. It doesn't cost anything. It's available at all times. So it feels great. It feels like we're just playing the game the way it always should be, you know? How are the wall breaks now? They take up less time. That's what's the most important. But
that was a big complaint that I had, where I feel like the wall breaks are kind of intrusive to the gameplay. It just broke up the momentum of the match too often.
And I was not like wanting that to happen. I was like, oh crap, that's right, this wall breaks. Ah crap, that wall breaks. But now that you know,
the thing is, the stage transition shit is cool in theory, and I guess it even makes sense in a game like this. But honestly, I probably would prefer the game without it. And like I get it, because they tie it in with like the way the game works with, you know, you unlock more of your assists through the wall breaks and shit like that. But like honestly, I probably prefer it without it.
I still think some things are kind of missing. The gray health now exists. The game added gray health, but it's not really utilized in a way that is like the best. Like you can't really manipulate it. I think Wolverine's the only one that could manipulate it because
so my question is like, is gray health, how do they handle it? Because I feel like in Tekken 8 it could still use some adjustment. And my thing as well with like a lot of modern games is that when it comes to recoverable health, it's too much, seems to be the trend. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but in DBFZ you used to have so much recoverable life. In Tekken 8, I feel like they have a bit of a chip damage issue and gray life issue as well, and like that has been reduced, and even now I still feel like it could be reduced even more. And I wonder if this game will suffer from that same issue, if it's going to be good out the gate, and how they handle in terms of like, do only certain moves do chip damage, or do all moves do chip damage? How much gray life do you get whenever you're getting hit by certain pokes or combos or strings or supers? Do all characters have a way to remove gray life? Sounds like he's saying that they don't. Do only certain characters do it? Is there certain moves? Because like in Tekken 8, it's like the only ways, so like pokes don't do gray life, but combos do gray life. And certain characters like Nina have ways where, or Lydia can like delete all your gray life with certain moves that they have. And Rage Arts also delete gray life. And you recover that gray life by landing heat engagers and also hitting your opponent, whether they block it or get hit. Like you recover gray life by attacking back. And so I'm curious to see how this game handles it.
He has a natural regen. I think there's room to grow there, is all I'm going to say. I think there is an opportunity. I still think that the act of getting a full team assembled.
Okay, so actually now that I'm looking out for that specifically, we take a look back, you see these projectiles are doing chip damage, right? But then as Danger starts doing her block string, Magic is not taking chip damage. So it looks like specials. Looks like specials and projectiles will do chip damage, but regular like strings or normals won't.
Than it was before.
She gets hit, Magic recovers a little bit.
Doesn't really feel like the game.
So, okay, so now I want to see, does the gray life recover on its own over time, or
team assembled? While it is a lot better than it was before, it doesn't really feel like the game is like completely.
It's hard to say. It low-key looks like she might have recovered it just from like naturally being there.
No, you just get access to do like some more combos and you get more health, you know? But does it really feel like the team is assembled, bitches, let's go? Dude, you can't even do that super. Like, if you're doing well, you actually cannot do that super until you're in the last round and you're losing. Instead of like a cool, we've teamed up and we get to do this, it's more of a comeback mechanic, right? Because by the time you're in the final 2 rounds.
One thing I've noticed, and I low-key like, there's no spark / X Factor. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. No comeback mechanic? In terms of like, you know, like no dedicated activate this mode, get super powered up, get access to extra bullshit. I never even realized that or thought about it, but yeah, I guess you get that super, but like there's no X factor, there's no sparking. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised.
Because by the time you're in the
I feel like that's so commonplace these days. And don't get me wrong, I ain't mad at it. I'm just kind of surprised that it doesn't exist.
No, unfortunately, no. It was the same. Like you really had to be specific on your Dragon Punch input in order for it to give you what you want. This turned from a game that like I really wanted to like, and I kind of just fully accepted that maybe this game isn't for me. And I'll hope that maybe that eventually happens that way, but it felt like the Mortal Kombat 11 of like team-based fighting games, man. Where it's like this, people are really gonna like this. I think some people really are gonna like this, but unfortunately, it just doesn't hit any notes for me. Outside of having great visuals, cool music, and like wonderful characters. It's like, yeah, I came to that acceptance, dude. I went from that to I actively want to play more. I left that session.
I need to play it, man. I need to play the new build, bro.
And thinking of like, bro, what if this character's added? What are they gonna play like? Who's that gonna work with? Oh my God, like, it was so much better. I think things are still gonna change. I don't think this is the finality of it.
Also, I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but I wonder, and you probably can't, but I wonder if you can die to chip in this game. I feel like most games don't allow that to happen these days, but I wonder if like, you probably can't die to chip damage from a special, but I wonder if like a super or something can do it. Probably not. I'm just gonna assume chip can't kill in this game, but
It needs to be ironed out, in my personal opinion. I don't think they're completely done with some gameplay tuning, because some things were weird. And because all these characters had so many tools and abilities and now so much assisting and crazy shit, bro, I legit got like giggles when me and devs, or like me fighting Kenny, we would jump at each other and mash the assist button.
I don't hate chip kills, but I think not having them creates more room for really hype comebacks where it's like you can be at 1 HP and like getting hit by literally anything will kill you, but you won't be put in a situation where like you're just guaranteed to die. Because like, let's just say if I just catch you in neutral once and make you block something into a string, call assist, and then I just make you eat a super on block and use the die. Like, it was like, yeah, it's like, it's kind of just like GG's, you know what I mean? But I think not being able to die to chip makes it like, nah, you got to hit me. And if you don't hit me, I'm coming for that ass. So like,
and there is 8 characters on the
screen. You know,
like,
whichever route they want to go, I don't really mind too much.
They all run away. It made me like audibly laugh every single time it happened. I feel good. Chat. I have never been this excited talking about Tokon, bro.
Hey man, I'm the most excited I've been to play it. That's for damn sure. All right, now we've also got a video from the one and only Sajam. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one as well.
Hey, what's up everybody? So as you may know, I covered the Arc World Tour Finals very recently where there was a playable build of Marvel Tokon. I looked at a lot of the footage on the show floor and I didn't get to go because I was at home commentating Guilty Gear. Arc System Works hit me up and they're like, hey, I know you didn't get to come out here into Korea because you were covering the event for us. Would you like to come to the office? We have a build. So I got to play for a little bit of time.
Arxis, listen, whatever I gotta do, whatever it is I gotta do, I'll do it. What Peter said, that one Family Guy episode, what you need me to do? Whack a guy, off a guy, whack off a guy? I'll do it.
I didn't have training mode. It was the exact same build that was over at the Arc World Tour Finals. All the gameplay is not mine. I could not record, so they sent me over some B-roll footage for you guys to take a look at, so this is all their stuff. You may know that when I played Marvel Tokon before, I thought the visual presentation of the game was amazing. I'm really excited for all the things about the game except the gameplay. And all of the system changes that they made are really nice. I am very impressed. Instead of before, like whenever you would call an assist when you're in a combo or you're making contact with your opponent on block, you would get a generic rush assist. They made it so that you can now, if you'd like, call your character's unique assist, which is really great. Call your unique assist, which is like multi-hitting web zip for Spider-Man, then air dash over and do mix-ups or do falling high-low, whatever. There's a lot of combo examples or things that I tried that was not possible before that you can do now, which is really fun. Another system change they made is that the tag is 10 frames faster, which is very noticeable when you're setting up mix-ups and doing stuff. It feels way better. The tag itself, you can see the tag when you're turning into a new character, so that part's not a mix-up. But let's say I like do a projectile, tag into Dr. Doom, Dr. Doom's dash goes through you, and suddenly I'm doing like left-right stuff. That is much better. Another thing is you can call assist in the air. I cannot tell you how much better this felt. I thought it would feel good. It felt better than that. Being able to call assist in the air felt amazing. I spent so much time just jumping with Wolverine and then calling an assist in the air and using that as my air approach.
Am I tripping or is he talking way faster than normal? Do I have this sped up? No, this is regular speed. I don't know if it's just because he's excited or he was like in a rush when he made this, but I feel like he's talking way faster than he normally does.
Using my air.
Also, yeah, Danger having Eno dash is cool. I mean, I'm not an Eno player.
Much more vertical and so much more interesting than last time.
I think it's an interesting like mechanic.
I could tag more actively because of it.
Makes her unique.
Faster as well and set things
at least amongst this cast.
So many more messed up, cool situations get to happen. The game reminds me a bit more of how active tag is in other games.
Should I be excited too? Hey, me too, man. Hey, me too.
I'm worried because they made it so that when you tag out characters, they don't retain overhead and low properties anymore, which is a good change. But I was worried that the mix-ups might be a little weak in the game. The faster tag really helps, I think, establish better mix-up options. I was playing the dev. He would like put the Doom shield out, sandwich me left, right, and then Iron Man flight, twerk in the air with the shield out. And I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize that Iron Man DP is flight cancelable and he gets a full combo on hit and
what he just said? What he just said?
Right, and then Iron Man flight, twerk in the air with the shield out, and I was like, oh my God. I didn't realize that Iron Man DP is flight cancelable and he gets... It's a full combo on hit and it's invincible. And if it whiffs, he can fly cancel and fly away and start calling assists in the air now. Genuinely,
that sound really degenerate, but maybe it's not actually as degenerate as it sounds. But I don't know.
Surprise. I thought I would go in and be like, this is better, but the system changes, I think I underestimated how big they are. Let's talk about the characters. I will tell you up front, Danger seems like a character that takes a brain to operate. She has like multi-set projectiles that she can put on the screen. She kind of has like Venom bounce and stuff where like you want.
I'm telling you now, day one, if you have any interest in seeing Danger gameplay or learning about this character, check out Diaphone and Leffen. I'm almost certain them niggas will be trying that character out.
Shoot them and then they bounce other things and like move around.
That just feels like a very them kind of character.
Diagonal down projectile to bounce to hit a ball set on the screen like Venom. Like it's basically like Venom with Summer Dash. I don't have the time in a test like this to explore that deep. So I messed with her a little bit and I was like, this is really cool. When I have training mode at some point, I'll try this. Let me try Magic and Wolverine. So let's start with Magic. She's a big mid-range sword character. She can set a portal above her, close, far, or above and far. And out of the portal, you can teleport behind them, in front of them, above them. You can also do your special moves through the portal. You can shoot a fireball through it. You can do your pillar, and the pillar can be close, medium, or far. And if it interacts with it, then it like shoots a new homing pillar on top of them, wherever they are on the screen. She can also just do like an attack through it, like a dive kick or like a swipe. This is what I would do. I would place portal, call my Wolverine, fireball assist, cross up teleport. Also, because of the way combos work with like the wall, if you slump someone, you have time to set up before they like tech. Double slash, portal set, call your assist, which doesn't combo, but like it puts them in block stun. Teleport behind, above, whatever. Like you can do stuff like that. It's also very strong. She kind of gets shot a little bit in neutral by zoning, but she has a very fast
I wonder if you could do
fireball.
something like I'll just never know until I get my hands on the game. But let's say you're playing Magic, you set up portal, and I guess you have like a cross up portal, and you do something like you get like a left right or maybe even like a high low depending. So I'm thinking like you have them in the corner, right? Block string. Well, you set up your portal, block string, call assist, you teleport, and let's say you take the corner. And then you can get like high, low, like you just do jump and you can just do like empty jump low or, high or air dash back over them to get cross up higher low as well. Cross up high or, cross up and then go low. I wonder if something like that's possible.
A great mid-range, really
or if
high
it's just
set play
like a
potential,
left right, I don't know.
Looks scary to deal with on block as well because like she can set up a portal, she can teleport behind you. Like if you give her space, she seems really scary. Wolverine is the most feral little guy. It's what you expect. Fast, he has tons of armor on stuff. He is so hard to get off of. He was so fun. His air dash H is a double hitting air swipe move. And I was
maybe Wolverine is going to be for me, chat. I don't know. Him and Max are both saying things I like.
A Rekka, and he can do like a finisher, and that gives him Berserker Rage. He goes like, and it enhances that move if you do it again. And also, the game has like Gray Life now. That was there before, but not really as impactful.
The other thing as well is that like,
because he's Wolverine.
I said it half jokingly but half serious, but like I want one of the homies in squad to like actually stick with this game at least for a little bit, right? And one of the candidates for that would be Omega. And like if I'm learning Wolverine and I can teach him all the really cool and dope Wolverine shit, maybe that'll get him to keep playing the game and stick with it because he loves Wolverine. So it's like, hey man, like if I get you out of me.
So like you can go on Berserker now. That was there before, but not really as impactful. And he recovers more Gray Life because he's Wolverine. So like you can go on Berserker Rage and then get like tons of Gray Life back and you like heal. He's just a rush down fast and mix up guy. Really hard to deal with, really quick. If you just dash late, he does like a little low kick and like you could just like stick to someone. His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in.
Wait, he said that nigga Wolverine got 6-6L? Well, what game we playing?
Like tons of Gray Life back and you like heal. He's just a rush down fast and mix up guy. Really hard to deal with, really quick. If you just dash late, he does like a little low kick and like you could just like stick to someone.
I'm sure it's not actually anything like
forward and
Grand Blue
down
6-6L, but just him having the inputs funny.
And you can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in like Berserker Rage already, he can combo off them alone. Good luck getting this character away from you. He's a real dangerous little guy. Him having an air dash instead of a dive kick makes him so much scarier. I feel like if Marvel 3 Wolverine had an air dash, that guy would be 20x better. I'm not gonna lie to you. The other thing that I really liked was the mind games around how you spend resources now.
Don't get me started.
You just like stick to someone. His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off.
I think it did a flip.
His Rekka forward and down are an overhead and low option. And you can call assist to combo off of it. If you're in like Berserker Rage already, he can combo off them alone. Good luck getting this character away from you. He's a real dangerous little guy. Him having an air dash instead of a dive kick makes him so much scarier. I feel like if Marvel 3 Wolverine had an air dash, that guy would be 20x
Hey,
better.
man,
I'm not gonna lie.
man.
The other thing that I really liked was the mind games around how you spend resources now. I thought, okay,
Hell
you
yeah,
basically
Marta, I'm
always
glad to
want
hear
wall
that.
break, because wall break gives you a hard knockdown and it gives you one of the assist pips. So I was like, you always want to do this. But what I realized is like, if I already have full resources, I can just super hard knockdown, keep you in the corner, use those pips to start mixing you up. There's more interesting decision making around how you would like to do these combos and use resources for your character. Do I have a character in that has like a move that auto breaks the wall because I might want to do that? Or do I have a character in who like spikes you and then I need to use resources to like keep the combo, or do I air super?
Oh,
So
bro, nigga, that combo was lit.
How you would like to do these combos and use resources for your character. Do I have a character in that has like a move that auto breaks the wall because I might want to do that? Or do I have a character in who like spikes you and then I need to use resources to like keep the combo, or do I air super and stuff? So I would find myself finding a way to get a combo into Magic when I had the real wall that you like can't break, so that I could place a portal and do air key. Versus like if Magic was on point, I would like spike into another character and then use the assist to do stuff. Or if I had a lot of resources, I would try to like tag into Spider-Man and like do the loops from before, use all my assists, and then dump meter at the end with his combo routing. There's a lot more decision making, I think, about how your team functions, like who wants to spend meter and how. Like I need a character that has a super that lets me get Oki after. And do I have a character that has good mix-ups when I slump them on the wall and the wall doesn't break? And if so, how do I do that depending on my position on the screen and resources? So that already was a more interesting sort of conversation I found myself having in my brain about playing the game than what I was doing with the game before. Because you can call your assist at all times and you don't have to just do the tackle assist when you're in hit stun and block stun. I did this on accident the first time, and then I realized later, wait, I couldn't even do this before. I did a combo, I spiked them down, I called my down assist because I was trying to place a portal down, and I was like, wait a minute, can I do an air combo, place a portal in the air, call my down assist, which is like a DP assist that lifts them up, combo them off the portal in the air, and you can. And I was just,
That sounds sick.
it's like, dude, what are we doing here? It actually made me mad. I was mad playing this version of the game because I thought to myself, this game could have been like this before. The versions we played before
Better late than never, man. Better late than never.
are really stifled a lot of those options. It was like when you're hitting people or on block, you don't get to do any fun, cool stuff. And like it really felt like the game was like pulled down to like a safe, approachable level where like they didn't want to hurt you and didn't want you to have too much fun. Now I'm like, dude, I can do all kinds of cool stuff and it feels so much more interesting. And now that the characters are starting to come in, you know, and we're seeing more and more of them, they have fun, like interesting kits. I think this game has a much higher potential to me than what I felt the gameplay was at before this build. And they were like, oh, it's too bad you didn't spend too much time with Danger. This character is really complicated and interesting and fun. And I was like, she seems like it. That's why I'm not playing it in like this short period of time I had access to. But yeah, I'm very excited. It was a much better impression than I had. The last like 3 times I played the game, I've been like, but what do you want me to do? Now I'm like, what can't I do? Now we're playing the game. This game to me was not real. Now
Man, a lot of high praise coming from Sajam and Max. They seem so much more
interested in
excited about this game. And I'm glad because like they shared a lot of my concerns. They seem to have very similar feelings to what I did. So to hear them like now feel this way about the game has me ecstatic. Like I want to play so bad, man.
For sickos, I'm a fan. And when are they gonna let us all play the game? I'm trying to try this game in the wild, you know, amongst my peers. Like let me scrap with you all on the internet and see how this game feels. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thanks to them for having me. Thanks to you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about how the game looks, feels, what characters you're interested in, all that kind of stuff. I'll catch you guys around.
Well, there you have it, man. I don't know if I'm throwing this on YouTube or not, but like you said, what y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? How's it looking to you? Like I said, I am the most excited I have been for this game. I can't wait. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.